Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon, rather. It is 12:32 here in Richardson, Texas. Welcome back to the All-American Savage Show. I'm your host, John Burke, with my beautiful, heterosexual life partner. Yeah. Tell the story.
Yeah.
I love this. Like, dude, the podcast numbers have been growing a lot, and we're very, very grateful for this. And it's still to this day when somebody walks up and says, "Hey, I listen to your podcast." Like the other day, I was on the bike heading down 75 to go to a friend's birthday, and some dude, I see him pull up because you have to be very, very aware when you're driving a motorcycle, and especially on 75. Like 75 is a death trap.
I can't believe you drive on 75 on a motorcycle.
Because I've got a license to kill. That doesn't even make sense, but whatever. Yeah. So I was just, this dude pulls up and I see his passenger window start to go down. I was like, okay, either this dude's going to throw something at me or I don't know. So I kind of get in a lane over. I was like, I don't know what this dude's about to pull. Maybe he recognized me and he fucking hates me. So he finally gets even with me, and he's like giving me this massive thumbs up. He's like, "I love your shit." I was just like, "Dude, I was like, gave him a big thank you. I was like, "That's fucking awesome. Like that makes me feel good." But you, Josh's experience wasn't so. I mean, it was good.
Yeah, we had someone come into the shop last night.
Yeah. Somebody came into the actual store.
Yeah,
you can come into the store,
and he asked. I asked him. I was like, "Well, how'd you hear about us?" He's like, "Oh, I listened to the podcast." I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for listening." And when he was leaving, he was like, I actually thought you were really his gay husband for a while." like, nah, no, I'm not. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm heterosexual with a female wife.
I'm kind of miffed myself because he thought I'm gay too. Like okay, I could see that. Good looking, well spoken. He does dance. I get it. Yeah, I would think I was gay too. It's like, nope, but I like the boobies. I like the vagina.
But
that's great though. He's like, I thought you were really gay.
Yeah.
He's like, how long have you been listening? Like, have you not heard like the dating episodes we do? Like, we're not talking about guys.
I didn't want to get in. I was like, all right, we'll get the fuck out. Really?
You get your bigot ass out of here.
Get your ass out of here. Get that sexy ass out of here.
Oh man, but no, the views have been blowing up, and I want to say thank you so much. Like Jesus, like we've seen between SoundCloud and iTunes alone, we're seeing roughly about 350,000 listens a month now. And that's not per episode, that's total. I mean, that's definitely not like Ben Shapiro numbers or anything, but we are definitely the fastest growing podcast in the office. So that was Josh.
Yeah, we're destroying Tyler.
Yeah, we're destroying the rest of these employees' bullshit podcasts. Yes, we're just crushing them. Nah, man. You know, the thing that I love about it, though, is we've done this on our own. We've gotten no help from anybody. We've gotten no shout outs from any of the GOP establishments. And we've had great guests come on, don't get me wrong. But we've never been in anybody else, under somebody else's umbrella. We've built this by ourselves. And I'm you know, and it's not easy sometimes because you see a lot of these organizations, a lot of these groups, these cliques, they stick together and they feed off of each other. And Josh got a big shit-eating grin over there. So go ahead.
I'm not gay. My boyfriend is.
Oh, that's old. That's
good stuff.
Old. That's
good
gay
stuff,
itself.
Chad. Good stuff, Chad.
Gay month was last month. Come on, we're over it now. Now we're doing tacos. This is taco month. We're being racist towards Mexicans. That's what we're doing now, right, Joe Biden? That's what we're doing. But I don't know. No, we just, like I said, we've done this by ourselves, and it gets, I don't know, sometimes you don't see the feedback. You don't see like immediate feedback from people, and you don't really get a good gist of how many people are actually listening. You're kind of talking to a microphone, uploading the podcast, and just saying, I hope they like it, and you don't really see anything. So when you get recognized, it's like, wow, like, because I've had friends that have come up to me, it's like, hey, I was in a group of people that said they turned me on to your podcast, and so like, we listen to Josh's stuff, and it's like, dude, that means a lot. Like, it really does. And it's like, wow, so the work isn't in vain, because we don't get paid to do this. I mean, the only reason we do this, number one, we enjoy it. It's Josh and I are good at this. I don't know, good, but we certainly don't suck. But I mean, 60 million Elvis fans can't be wrong, right? But it's just nice. And the thing I love about it is we can promote Shell Shock. We don't have to promote anybody else.
Yeah.
We don't have to take these paid endorsement deals from companies that we hate. I'm certainly not against it, but it's just like, it's nice to be able to rep our own stuff. And we also do veteran products for free. Like, I don't mind shouting out veteran companies and stuff. But no, so I want to say to the audience that listens today, thank you. Thank you for sharing the podcast. Thank you for leaving the reviews. Thank you for leaving the comments from the Facebook to the Twitch to the YouTube to iTunes, SoundCloud. I mean, we're still waiting to get approved on Pandora, but we're everywhere else as far as podcasts go. So you can look us up at allamericansavageshow.com on the website or wherever podcasts are listening. Because I still get that. It's like, there wasn't a Twitch show today. Where do I get the podcast? Like, I've been doing this for almost a year. Mm-hmm. You know where to find it. Like, stop asking me stupid questions. I'm an asshole. That's probably why I'm still single. Whatever.
Couldn't be.
Dude, I'm having a hard time right now. Like, so with the emergence of Jill Biden's stupid comparison of Mexicans to tacos and all of these right-leaning Latina women coming out roasting her, I get this stuff shared in my DMs, and these women are smoke shows, and it's like, oh, fuck me. Like, come on. Like, this is not fair.
Look at that taco.
It's like, this is not fair. They're gorgeous. It's like, oh.
Holy guacamole.
Can we just get naked and make tacos together, please? Please. God bless them. God bless the rains down in Africa while we're at it.
There you go.
We need to do that as our next intro. Toto's rains down in Africa. Yeah.
Classic.
But anywho, you know, we're going over the news articles today, and you're looking at this stuff just kind of like Josh and I were talking right before the podcast. Like, we were saying, Joe Biden's over in the Middle East kissing Saudi ass to get oil, and have record high inflation. We're printing. I saw an article today that talked about we have printed more money in America in this last year than we have in the last 4 years because of inflation and everything else.
I think it's like
it's insane.
Like the history of the currency.
Dude, it is
like,
nuts.
That's the most money has been printed in the past few years.
I'm so fucking nervous to the point where it's like, now, this is not a paid shout out. I'm just speaking out of my ass on this one, but it's like, I'm to the point of wanting to start pulling money out of the bank because if the shit goes sideways, currency's done. So it's like, what, gold, silver? Because I don't know if this stuff is real or not, because I remember I had a captain in the army that told me that stuff's bullshit. Yeah, lead, right? Ammunition. He told me that, like, if currency devalues, then gold devalues. It's like, so it doesn't make sense. And I never really looked into it because I know there are various different podcasters out there that shout out, like, these gold companies and silver companies and shit like that. Mm-hmm. And I never looked into it. So I don't know if, like, gold and everything will hold its value. Because I know we set up based upon the gold currency system versus silver, and there's been arguments, gold standard, yeah. So it's just like, I see what's coming. And I've got a lot of meat in my freezer, and I'm prepping for when meat goes through the fucking roof to where I'm not going to get hit with that. But now it's like, I need to start looking at, I think everybody should. It's like, what can we do to protect ourselves should a market crash occur? Because if the banks go under, your money's gone. Like, it's gone. Mm-hmm. It's not coming back.
I don't know. Some of these bigger banks, though, they've been bailed out.
I just don't know. Because here's the thing, man. Like, I don't trust them. Like, I don't trust the government.
Of course, I mean, I think you're insured to up to like $150,000. So if you have
but when are you going to get that back?
Yeah, when you get it, like,
look how the government handled the lockdowns. $1,500 stimulus checks, like what, twice for a year, 2 years? That ain't doing anything.
No,
like people lost so much, and I'm just like flabbergasted. It's like the government didn't do shit. The government caused this, and they didn't do anything to fix it. Mm-hmm. They put a Band-Aid on this massive gash. It's like, this is stupid. So it's just like, I don't know. I'm trying to think about like ways to just prevent losing money should something bad happen. Like to the point of like just pulling it all out and stuffing it in a mattress somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. Let's get into it.
We do have the new energy drink.
Oh, that's right. Good point. Why don't you do the shout out this time? You're good at the shout out.
You do it so much better than I do.
This episode is brought to you by shellshockcbd.com. And look, if you're watching right now, if you're tuning into our Twitch stream live, and I want to say a big thank you to all the Twitch subscribers that help support the show there. You guys are fucking amazing. We have just launched our new energy pack bundles, and they are live today for everybody. Before, yesterday, it was just to Shell Shock CBD subscribers in the Facebook group. Now it's open to the general public. Mm-hmm. These are 100 milligrams of theanine, natural terpene energy blend, limonene and pinene, sweetened with 50% cane sugar, 50% stevia, made from real lemons. This also includes CBD and CBG.
Yeah.
These are healthy for you. No, it is not a pre-workout. It's not a pre-workout. It's still going to give you natural energy, but it's not going to get you like pumped up, ready to lift. I didn't want to have it formulated to where it's that strong. This is something to where you're feeling kind of tired. Take one of these. It's not going to stimulate you to the point where you can't sleep, but they're good. They work. We've tested this. We love it. The flavor is amazing. I should have mixed one of these up before.
It's really good stuff.
Yeah, they really are. So this bag right here, dude, I love the branding too. We did a phenomenal job. Tyler, the rest of them, they did a great job on this. And the bag comes with 20 packages, 200 milligrams of CBD, 5 milligrams of CBG per serving. There you go. These just dropped today. Get them at shellshockcbd.com. One more time, that is shellshockcbd.com. If you're needing like a natural boost, you got it right there. So we want to say thank you for that. All right. That being said, dude, I don't know who's worse right now in terms of like tyrannical governments, America or Canada. Because there's an article out now where the Canadian court rules it is legal to deny unvaccinated person organ transplant. I am just at a loss with this. Like, I'm to the point where it's just kind of like I'm hoping for violence. I am.
You'd think that'd be the option of the person who is requesting an organ,
right? You know,
do you care if he had the COVID shot? I
prefer
like that he didn't.
If I brought my wife into a hospital and I'm saying, they're like, she needs a new kidney or whatever the case, and the doctor's like, yeah, we can't do that because she's not vaccinated. It's like, and she dies, I'm gonna kill you. If my wife dies because you refused, I'm taking you out. Like, it's like, okay, you murdered my wife. You were like, yeah. And I feel like something like this, it's so fucked up because you didn't want to get an experimental vaccine that has been proven not to work, not to do. I mean, even Fauci himself said this.
If anybody still believes him,
you're an idiot.
Yeah,
you're an idiot.
Like those people who still believe him, it's coming out of his own mouth that the vaccine didn't prevent anything.
Yeah, exactly. And people still buy into this.
We got the new variant coming out.
We're going to get into that. Like, brace yourselves, folks. We're all going to die now. A judge in the Canadian province of Alberta has ruled that a woman did not have her rights violated when she was denied an organ transplant due to not being vaccinated against the Wuhan coronavirus. Court of Queen's Bench Justice Paul Belize ruled that Edmonton, Alberta woman Annette Lewis had not had her fundamental character of rights and freedom rights violated by being denied an organ transplant over her vaccination status. According to the Justice Belize, the Canadian Centre of Rights and Freedoms had no bearing on the treatment decisions of doctors for organ transplants, despite the transplant being diagnosed by medical professionals as the only way for Ms. Lewis to survive a progressive disease she suffers from, broadcaster CBC reports. Doctors diagnosed Lewis with her disease in 2018 and in 2020 urged her to receive the various vaccinations, which she agreed to. However, she did not agree to receive the Wuhan coronavirus vaccine and was told without the vaccine, she would not receive her potentially life-saving transplant. Taking this vaccine offends my conscience, Lewis said in a sworn affidavit, and added, I ought to have the choice about what goes into my body, and a life-saving treatment cannot be denied to me because I chose not to take an experimental treatment for a condition, COVID-19, which I did not have and which I may never have. And she is 100% right on this one.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. More people have died from various other diseases than COVID. The numbers were fabricated. This whole thing was a fucking lie. We see it now. If you still don't see this, if you still have the wool pulled over your eyes, you deserve every bad thing that happens to you. You're so stupid that you want to believe in this, because realistically, I think that's what a lot of liberals are going to do, is that the fact they're going to double down on this because they don't want to sit there and admit that the last 2 years they paraded and applauded and did everything they could to virtue signal about how good of a human being they were. They don't want that to go to waste. They don't want to make it look like they were hoodwinked by the government because it's like, oh, no, it's actually real. Y'all are just, you're making this stuff up. They're going to double down on this stuff. But to sit there and just say that, if you don't take a vaccine that could help you prevent dying from a virus with a 99.9% survivability or whatever, 99% survivability rating, and if you don't get this vaccine, you're not going to receive this. Like, this is the dumbest thing I have ever heard. And then you see the vaccination and the blood clots and all these reports are being covered up. It's like, no, why would anybody trust this? Why would anybody in their right mind trust anything? The CDC or even the WHO has come out and talked about, the WHO has talked about, we said the other podcast the other day about multiple genders. Like, you guys are insane. Our scientific community, like, I'm honestly worried now because the insanity has spread to such a degree that you look at common sense people and it's like, dude, we're eventually going to be the minority and we're going to have to start shooting our way out of this stuff. Like, can you imagine saying, okay, you're not going to receive this loan from the bank if you don't acknowledge that men can get pregnant? Like, fuck you. Like, are you like, dude, I'm to the point where it's kind of like, I'm like with this woman, if I was married to her and the doctor and she died, it's like, whoever killed her, I'm taking you out with me. Like, I am. I was like, I got nothing to live for. You took my true love. Goodbye. That's like, I'm sorry. And I know this sounds horrible to say, but eventually it's going to come down to it. If we keep going this direction, there's going to be violence. I mean, there will be, and it'll be justifiably so, but it's not going to be violence from the left. It'll be violence from the right. The left already has the violence. Mm-hmm. People that says like, we shouldn't be calling for violence, it's already here. They're the ones, perpetrating it.
Yeah, they're not condemning the violence.
Oh, fuck no, they're not. But if the right does it, you better believe it's going to be 10 times worse, because I feel like the right is kind of like that quiet kid.
You keep pushing them.
You keep pushing them, and then eventually
they're going to punch you right in the nose.
They're going to fucking come in there and they're going to shred you. I think it's going to happen. I really do. If we continue going this way. But I feel like midterms are kind of going to deflect away from that. But if we don't and we keep going down this road, bro, I think with the emergence of like how the grooming is in the DNC, I'm just at an outright loss. And we've been doing this for a while. Like even before we relaunched the podcast, we didn't see the left this bad back then. This is like 3 or 4 years ago. This was still under Trump.
They've really got pretty brazen.
They have gone downhill so fast. They're plummeting.
Yeah.
And I hate to say this though, but it's kind of like if the left is going down, they're going to take a lot of people with them. I mean, it's like a 50-50 split here. And it's scary. It is honestly scary when you have these government organizations coming out and talking about like Biden putting all these people in positions that are trans, that are clearly mentally delusional.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? This is where we're at now. America is falling. We are on fire right now. Other countries are laughing. We are one of the biggest jokes on the international stage. People laugh at us.
Yeah.
Used to not be that way. They respected us. They feared us. Now it's just like we're Sodom and Gomorrah. And welcome to the progressive LGBT movement that has taken over this nation. This is what's happened.
Mindless pinhead over in Saudi Arabia.
Oh my God.
Fist bumping and...
I don't get this guy. I don't get Joe Biden. He is so delusional. But this comes from the article in Canada. Breitbart London, Canadian father loses custody of children over vaccination status. This stuff is just kind of like, bro, when you basically cornered a dog and he's got nothing left, you go out fighting. And then maybe some of these people are going to start learning, hey, maybe don't fuck with these people and, strip them away of all rights. Otherwise, they're going to come in and shoot us up. I hate to say that, but if the courts are failing and shit isn't getting done and citizens are being isolated and demonized and having their livelihood stripped away from them, what other options have you left them? And in my mind, it's kind of like if they take out the very same people that are enforcing this unjust, tyrannical type of behavior, so be it. Yeah. You're a tyrant. You're deserving of death in my mind. Like we've become way too complacent, way too comfortable with tyranny in our backyard and saying it's okay. Like the left doesn't. I'll give them that. The left goes out there and they make shit happen. The right needs to start making this shit happen, because I'll tell you what right now, I think for me, it's kind of like the midterms are it.
You know what happens?
If the midterms happen and the right takes back over and shit doesn't change, then it needs to be the right starts embracing ideologies of the left in regards to protest and turning violent, because we're tired of this shit. I'm sick of it.
I think the one thing that the left does have is their government officials that have their back to where if they get thrown in jail, like they were like openly taking up donations.
Kamala Harris, all of them.
To bail them out. To bail them out of jail. And here you have these idiots who went to the White House on January 6th.
Jesus.
And they get the kitchen sink thrown at them.
900 geolocated protesters were tried and stuff like that. And again, still no word on the pipe bombs. Who placed the pipe?
Yeah, so they could geo-track those people, but when it comes down to the 2,000 mules that Dinesh D'Souza, like
nobody touched. Fox didn't cover it. Tucker Carlson, nobody touched it, and I wonder why.
Yeah.
Weird.
We can't talk about that stuff. That sounds like conspiracy theory stuff.
God.
Cheating in elections.
Motherfuckers.
It's like saying Hillary Clinton has people killed.
And and this is the thing, like everybody knows this.
Yeah.
Everybody knows this, and it's just accepted. I hate these people. I hate them. Legitimately hate them. I wish death on them. I do not like them. I don't.
It's like the worst thing for our country.
They are. I think the Clintons and the rest of them are just
the worst thing for humanity.
Mm-hmm. These are people in this society that are destroying it from the inside. This is the cancerous underbelly. Because you didn't see this stuff with Republicans. You don't, and and that's not me trying to choose one side over the other. It's me saying that from like a centrist standpoint, I would rather have Republicans in charge than Democrats. And granted, I don't agree with everything Republicans do.
Oh, hell no.
But I would rather tolerate more of their shit than the left, because the left is just borderline. I mean, it's not borderline. They are insane.
I think you have a good core group of Republicans, not all of them, but at least a good handful that are standing up for what's right and for their constituents.
Yeah.
And then really on the Democratic side, you've got Joe Manchin and Sinema.
I gotta take a pause on this. Let me. I'm never going to get credit for this, but I might as well go ahead and read it out because whatever. So, Crenshaw came on the show a few times. Crenshaw and I spoke offline a few times. Mm-hmm. Crenshaw changed his mind on marijuana after we talked. And Crenshaw has now gone before Congress, and he's backed.
I saw that.
You see this?
Yep.
I changed Crenshaw's mind on marijuana. He said it. He's like, I'm considering this now after talking with you. And I hope people finally understand that just because I don't agree with a lot of the other stuff he says, maybe we can get one or two congressmen to at least come on the show and hear me out or hear us out and listen, openly listen about some things, because you're not going to win everything. You're not going to win everything. But he comes on, and now this article just hit. Tony Cowden, who ran for Congress, sent me this. House approves marijuana and psychedelics amendments as part of must-pass defense bill. This just broke yesterday. U.S. House of Representatives on Wednesday approved a bipartisan pair of psychedelics research amendments, as well as another measure requiring a military study into marijuana-related enforcement discrimination in the armed services. The day after 9 drug policy amendments to the National Defense Authorization Act, NDAA, were made in order for floor consideration by the House Rules Committee, the chamber voted favorably on an initial package of measures grouped together, including those that contains language requiring research into the therapeutic potential of substances like psilocybin. This is what's found in shrooms. I've taken this stuff. It actually works. MDMA and ibogaine. In addition to the cannabis proposal, approval came on a voice vote. House debate and votes on the remaining marijuana amendments cleared for floor action will be multi-day processes, but the 3 that have cleared the chamber so far as part of an en bloc group are especially unique. Representative Dan Crenshaw amendment would allow the Secretary of Defense to approve grants for research into therapeutic potential of certain psychedelics such as MDMA and psilocybin, ibogaine, and 5-MeO-DMT for active duty military members with PTSD. This is fucking huge. This is huge. This could be a major victory in the war on veteran suicide. A major victory. Because people would actually be able to have access to things that work. Things that work.
Yeah.
Opioids don't work.
Yeah, not a lot of people want to take Percocets or Oxycontin.
Fuck no.
I mean, that shit destroys.
That's why we promoted Delta 8
organs
so much. Because people's like, oh, it's like you're just getting high. It's like, you don't seem to. It's like, that's one of the greatest benefits of it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, like, I go through really, really bad depression spells sometimes, and at night especially, and I'll pop a Delta 8 and I feel great.
You really do.
And people will sit there and say, you're just trying to escape reality. No, I'm trying to escape the shit that's going through my fucking head. But I want to do it in the most healthiest manner possible. It doesn't mean forsaking therapy or anything like that. But I don't want to take an opioid. I don't want to take something with addictive properties.
Yeah.
I want to take something that's not going to give me a negative side effect. And it doesn't. But now that they're opening this up, that's incredible. This should have happened a long time ago.
Yeah. But
even still, a long time ago.
Like our CBD, and then, even with this stuff with the CBG in it, those are great benefits for anti-inflammatory stuff and anxiety. It's just, it comes with a lot of benefits that are just organically grown from the earth.
I'm just happy to hear that, because like when the podcast that ended, I think the last time Crenshaw was on, we talked for like another 30 minutes, and he was just talking about we were just talking about weed and stuff like that, and then what I do with shell shock. And it's like, it's like I after talking to you, I am considering changing my mind on this. And I'm like, I'm happy to hear that. I was like, you should. Because, we had him on the show the first time. He was like, that's not a hill I'm willing to die on, because, my constituency base, the mothers don't want weed in their neighborhoods. It's like, Dan, it's like, it already is. It's there. Half of them probably already smoking. They're just not telling you.
Yeah.
I was like, come on now, be realistic about this. If we sit there and we claim that we are for liberty and that you should be able to do whatever you want to do, why are you okay with alcohol and not weed? I was like, what do you think kills more people? Because if it's a matter of what kills the most, it's alcohol, hands down. Weed doesn't.
Yeah.
And people are like, weed makes you fucking lazy. What do you think alcohol does? Exactly. You can't do shit on alcohol. Weed, I can still pop like half a Delta 8 and still be fully functional.
Yeah.
I was like, but alcohol, good luck. Yeah. So it's kind of like, I think we've demonized this weed because this is a boomer antiquated ideology. It's like the reefer madness, like smoke a reefer and you're going to rape and kill people. Like, no, alcohol does that. That's not weed.
Yeah, that's what alcohol does.
Exactly. So it's just kind of like, that's where I stand. But I was happy to see that because I was just kind of like, dude, we helped influence that.
That was all you, buddy. That was all your conversation with them.
Still, let me suck your dick, damn it.
Maybe but just a Dutch shredder.
And the thing that pisses me off, it's like people that were in my inbox, like your boy Crenshaw. It's like, yeah, I disagree with him on a lot of shit, but look what he's doing now. Yeah. As a result of coming on and having a freaking conversation to where I'm not trying to attack the dude. It's like, look, I disagree with you on this, but at least we can have some commonality in some of these topics where it's like, okay, he's not going to change his mind on this, but maybe we can get him to look at this a different way. And he did. And it's like, fuck yes, that's a great victory. And then hopefully he goes over to his people and, the other congressman is like, hey, hey guys, like, look, maybe we got this wrong. It's like, thank you. Thank you.
I mean, for God's sakes, you've got Hunter Biden arguing with
crack.
Arguing with a hooker about how much their crack weighs.
Jesus.
Like, you know what? We could probably just legalize marijuana.
We should. It should already be legal. Like, I don't know. I just feel like this should have happened a long time ago. When they sent my generation to war repeatedly, tour after tour after tour, and they come back so fucked up in the head, and you put them on all these just everything, every pain pill, everything under the sun, and you turn them into walking zombies. And then you start really scratching your head. It's like, why are like 20 veterans killing themselves per day? It's like, because you got them addicted to all these drugs. They're depressed. Like the one pill you put them on's got 10 side effects. So you put them on 10 more pills to curb those 10 side effects. Yeah, I mean, I have friends that they're on like 5 to 10 pills a day. I'm like, God damn. And that's why I never fucked with the VA. That's why I go through a lot of shit psychologically, because then I know it could probably be easier if I like doped myself up with other shit. It's like, but I don't want to. Like I swear to God, I am scared to go into a VA and then sit down and say, look, this is the shit that I am dealing with psychologically because it's fucking me up. And it's like, I'm scared because the first thing I'm worried about is they're going to put you in a database. This guy's mentally unstable, and boom, there goes your Second Amendment. It's like, no, absolutely not. Or they're going to sit there and say, hey, we got you. We're going to put you on this pill because as soon as they prescribe anything, it's like, nope, I ain't touching it. Yeah. I've seen what this does. Like, nope, I'm not, dude, you are playing with fire on that one. And I don't blame any other veteran out there. And I'm not trying to demonize all VAs. Please don't take it that way. There are some great VAs out there, but I don't trust them. I will be open and honest with my bias. I've been around the country. You've seen the VAs I went to, interviewed people, went and looked, black fucking mold. These are hospitals, ladies and gentlemen, hospitals. If it was a private hospital, they'd have been shut down years ago, but being it's VA funded, we can keep it open with substandard performance. Yeah. So this is ridiculous. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a shit about you. At least with privatized medicine, the quality of care is going to determine who you're going to utilize and who gets paid. Those doctors are not going to treat you like shit and then expect to get paid out through insurance because you're not coming back. That's just the way it goes. Federal medicine, shit, they don't give a fuck. No. That's all there is to it. And most veterans, they don't have a choice. Fuck that. So it made me really happy to have Tony text me that the other day. I was like, that's great to see. Now, I don't know if it's going to go anywhere. I hope it does. It needs to. I think progressives will get on board with this. It's Republicans I'm worried about because I think Republicans, the more evangelical ones, are like, oh, the drugs are not from God. Blah, 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 blah. Well, we sit there and drink like a fifth of fucking scotch and smoke cigars and whatever.
To partake of the sacrament.
Oh, my God. I'm so over it. But yeah, that like made me smile. I was like, yeah, I'll never get credit for that. I'll never get. And that's the thing that pisses me off. It's like you do so much, you put yourself out there, and you take all these hits on social media, accounts after account being fucking deleted and then rebuilding, not getting much help from anybody. And it's just kind of like it just beats the fuck out of you after so long. It's like, you know what? Why the fuck do we do it? Why do we do it, Josh?
We'll always know.
For the thick Latinas. I do it for the thick Latinas.
That's it. There it is.
I'm going to find me a Mexican woman. I'm going to do it. I'm going to marry her. I'm going to have a nice little life. We're going to travel. She's going to take me down to Mexico. I'm going to have that theme song of George Strait, the Seashores of Old Mexico. It's like, yeah, she loved a gringo, my brown hair and small penis. Yeah.
San Guataneo.
Scrubs Californication producer Eric Weinberg arrested on multiple rape charges. Eric Weinberg, a Hollywood writer and co-executive producer for hit shows like Scrubs and Californication, was arrested on Thursday on multiple rape charges dating back a decade.
Tell you, this guy looks like a rapist. If anybody had a rapist face, it's this guy's mugshot. Is that his mugshot?
That's the mugshot. Let me shift it over to the news action on Facebook. This is the... okay, so let me read you the story here because I feel like I've got a friend that's a model. And she... You know,
I told you not to tell anybody, but...
Oh, the cat's out of the bag. Josh is a foot model. We're starting him in OnlyFans. We're gonna post the feed pics. You can check him out. He's not gay, by the way. He's not gay. I'm not gay.
But I'll take your gay dollars.
Dick tastes weird to me. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. It's just not my thing. No, this model friend of mine had told me that she was, she's new to the game, and I was just, she told me like this guy hit her up saying that he wanted her to be in this short horror film. I'm like, okay. I was like, do you have agents representing you or like a manager? She goes, no. It's like, he was like, yeah, you can come over to my apartment and read the script. I was like, no, absolutely not. No. I was like, that's one of those things. You mail me the script or you email me and I'll sign the NDA. I was like, I've been around the block a few times on that side of the freaking production shit. I was like, no. If that dude's kind of like, or he wants to meet at a bar, it's like, no. It's like, that is inappropriate. That is not professional. And these people will do this. They are very shady, and the photography world. Oh my God, especially in after being in the fitness world for so long and then leaving it. I was, you have these photographers that they DM you, and they're gay, and they'll try shit on you. I had one dude say, "I would love to fly you out to California and paint you." I was like, he said, "I'll pay you $5,000." I was like, no. I'm good. I just no. I was like, I'll send you a picture and you can paint me and then you can pay me $5. I don't give a fuck about that. It's like, but I am not coming out there. And he wanted me to be naked. It's like,
like one of his French girls.
Exactly. It's like, dude, to get me fucking naked, it's gonna take at least 2 tacos.
Let's do one with your penis in my mouth.
That's the way. Everybody keeps asking for that. Everybody keeps. I don't get that. It's whatever. But no, there is so much shady shit that goes down. And they try and take advantage of these women. Yeah. And the sad thing is, a lot of these women are so hungry for success. It's like, this is just part of paying my dues. Like, no, it's
part of
not.
Paying my dues.
It's part of paying my dues. Like, it's not.
All right, I guess I'll.
That's just, you do not have to
the
sleep
Nordic
with people
track and
yeah. So listen to how the story plays out. The Los Angeles police told The Wrap that their investigation found that Weinberg trolled grocery stores and bars and told women he met that he was a photographer looking to set up photo shoots. But when the women arrived at his Los Feliz home, he would sexually assault them at some point during the fake photo shoot. The LAPD added that they have reports going back to 2012, but they assume there are earlier cases. Between 1995 and 2006, Weinberg earned several Emmy nominations for writing on shows including Scrubs and Politically Correct with Bill Maher. He was also a producer on series including Veronica's Closet and Charlie Sheen's series Anger Management. Several members of Hollywood elite have been arrested on sex charges in recent months. Oscar-winning Hollywood director Paul Haggis was arrested in Italy on charges of sexual assault. Okay, anyway. Yeah. Dude, look, I'm telling you, if somebody says, I want to do a photo shoot with you and it's in my house, no. And the other thing is bring a friend. Bring a friend. Ask for the address beforehand. Look it up. Make sure it's legit. If it feels shady, no. Get out. It's absolutely not. Get out. Just throwing that out there because I'm telling you, it's just that's some shady shit. That's some shady shit. And it does exist.
That's a long time.
That is a long time.
I mean, that's a long span of raping without anything being done. You're telling me like nobody in that period of time
in the political
went to the police
world
or
in the Hollywood world, like go figure.
Yeah, as long as you're on one of these. I don't know. Were any of those shows successful? Scrubs was.
Yo, Californication was too.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was David Duchovny, right?
David Duchovny, yeah. Scrubs went for like 6 or 7
seasons. Such a
seasons.
terrible actor.
Yeah, he's kind of the same. Yeah.
Oh, he's awful.
Yeah, I don't like X-Files made him big.
I thought I didn't
get into X-Files. I couldn't get into it.
Can't stand the guy.
Really? You hate him?
Oh, he's such a terrible actor. I'm like, Jesus.
Wow, we just learned that. Do you feel like he's the Antichrist?
I don't know. I'm maybe he's behind some of these. Maybe not.
Behind some of these what?
Some of these. This guy's. You know.
The rapey photo shoots.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe not.
Well, buckle up, folks. We're all gonna die. CBS, ABC, CNN, sound the alarm on coronavirus BA.5. Calls for masking the worst variant is here. Christ. The left-leaning media is sounding the alarm on the new COVID-19 variant labeled BA.5. It should be BS.5. Asserting that it's a big deal and calling for people to mask up and get boosted. How about you suck a fart out of my ass? I don't listen to anything you idiots have to say anymore. Like, at all. Especially The Who. The Who wants to talk about how gender neutral isn't even a thing. It goes beyond that. It's like, dude, if you're telling me you can't even understand the basic anatomy of a man versus a woman, and you go into the psychology of insanity, I'm not listening. I cannot. How do I put into words how flustered and angry I am that a government entity or an entity of its own, like The Who, will come out there, or the CDC and come out there and say such moronic shit due to peer pressure from social media from woke retards.
Yeah.
That's how bad this is, folks. Stupid people scream so loud. Like, why, like, have we ever really thought about this? Why do we have to pander to the 1%? Why do we have to give two fucks about them? Why do we have to give a shit about the weak people?
Yeah, it's
amazing.
amazing.
I don't get, when did the strong ever give a fuck about the opinions of the weak? Oh, I tell you why. Social media. Because before social media, weak people shut the fuck up and nobody listened to them. They were just weak by themselves. They went and cried in their cry closets and shit. Nobody fucking cared. But suddenly with social media, everyone's got to be in it. There's times I troll on the internet and I'm intentionally misogynistic just to piss people off. It's like, I'm really not, but I don't fucking care. It's like, what are you going to do? It's like, oh my God, I'm telling everyone, go ahead. You think I give a fuck if people think that I'm a sexist bigot? I mean, they already pretty much do. I don't give a shit. It's like, oh my God, he's a racist. He's a bigot. He doesn't like gay people. That's not true. I love lesbians. But still, you get the point. Who fucking cares? Are you going to hang out with these people? Are you gonna be like, is there any potential to have like friendships down the road? Fuck no. I would never be friends with some of you progressive idiots. Never. I wouldn't even piss down your throat if your fucking stomach was on fire. Like, burn away, baby. So you people are insane. Insane. Endorsing and basically saying that it's okay to put children on puberty blockers. Like, fucking go play in traffic.
You know, the biggest thing that bothers me about this is they keep telling people to wear masks.
Yeah.
They say, all right, get your mask back out. You got to put your mask back on.
Yep.
Like, the Western Journal posted the article about how ineffective masks were. Unless you're wearing an N95 mask secured to your face, it'll provide some protection. But other than that, it's just a uniform that the higher ups are making everybody wear.
I think honestly, I feel like it's one of those deals to where they're doing everything they can to prevent people from panicking, but they're also causing the panic. Because, like, let's be realistic about this. If they didn't announce this, nobody would know, and nobody would fucking care. Yeah. And it's not going to end shit, because if they say get boosted, Fauci himself says it doesn't work. Yeah. It's got like a 25%. We live in an age where the information is literally right there, and people still ignore it, and nobody cares. Like, I get now how back during the Holocaust, the Jews could be crated up like animals and hauled away.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking cared. Nobody cared. See, the same thing right now. Now, of course, and I'm not comparing the two. I'm just saying, as far as like how societies are and living in denial and not giving a shit, I understand it now. Like, groupthink is so incredibly dangerous.
Yeah.
So incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, it's I mean, I just don't seeing people wearing masks in their car by themselves, or standing out at the bus stop wearing a mask.
It's still
like, first of all, it's like 105 degrees out, dude.
Oh my God. You know, I've finally gotten to the point where I can sneeze in public and not feel weird about it, like self-conscious about it. It's like,
or cough.
Or yeah, they're very,
Be at a restaurant and start coughing.
Yeah, I feel like someone's gonna pull a gun on me. It's like, you get the fuck away from me. So I feel like that. Finally, it's like, okay, it's not a big deal anymore. We've gotten out of the fear mongering, the fear porn from MSN.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, nobody's been held accountable. Nobody was held accountable. Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Everything's just like, oh, we got past this. Like, wait, what about all the lives that were ruined? Why aren't any of these representatives being like tarred and feathered like they should be?
Or how about China for releasing the virus on the world?
Not a fucking thing.
Nope. Nobody's even talked about it.
Nobody gives a shit. That's how
they said,
quickly,
you know what? China should have some sort of repercussions. It was in Wuhan.
A fucking thing to them because they got. Oh my god. Left-leaning media is sounding the alarm on new COVID-19 variant labeled BA.5, asserting that it's a big deal and calling for people to mask up and get boosted. Where have we heard this before? Omicron, Deltacron, Somnicron, Transformicron. Like, okay, man, how many variants have we had? And we're all going to die. And then we get sick a little bit. It's like, okay, that sucked, but it wasn't even that bad. Well, other people have died. Other people die from other things like flu, too. What are you talking about? This is so fucking stupid.
That's why they tell the elderly during flu season. Keep an eye on them. They're the most vulnerable.
In recent remarks, White House medical advisor Dr. Anthony Fauci called for the virus to still be taken seriously and warned Americans who want to put the pandemic in the past must realize it's not gone yet. Yes, the fuck it is, bro. We're back open. We're living our lives. Like, Texas ain't shutting down again. I guarantee Texas is not shutting down again. Florida won't. Texas won't. If Democrats don't like it, go to a different state. Like, I encourage this. Fauci came on MSNBC Tuesday to recommend viewers continue to mask up indoors and get their second booster shot to combat the spread of BA.5 variant that, though he admitted it would be a hard sell for the American people. I wonder why.
Really?
I wonder why.
Maybe it's because you're a liar.
Everybody wants to put this pandemic behind us and feel and hope it doesn't exist. It does, he said. Many media outlets quickly parroted Fauci's warning and advice, sometimes hyping the variant with grave headlines that went beyond words of the infectious disease expert. Yeah, okay. The rise of new Deltacron BA.5 combines the worst traits of Omicron with the potential for severity reminiscent of Delta, experts say. A Fortune magazine headline reads on Tuesday morning, this Friday in theaters only, it is Deltacron .5, this pack. It's back for a vengeance. Rated R for retarded. Oh my God. Just when you thought it was safe to come back out in public, Fauci has returned. I'm so over this.
That's about how it is.
That's exactly how it is. Don't go outside or you'll die. We could put we should make like a fake commercial or a movie trailer about this. I could easily see this to where like cities are burning and the sky is like bright red from fires and oil fields on fire. Omicron is back.
BH-579.
And who stands by to catch it or to fight it? Fauci and his group of heroes are the ones that stand true through time. They alone can fight Omicron. BS.5. Coming March of 2073, Omicron .28. Fauci's grandson returned.
It happened 18 more times. It kept mutating.
But no, I got one better. It's not gonna be Jurassic World. It's gonna be COVID World. Clever gal. They're out there like vaccine guns and stuff, and like Omicron, like infected like zombies, like spreading the Omicron. And then those Fauci's descendants, like out there with like fucking stun guns and shit. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's too good. That would be great. I would watch that. I would actually watch that because it's literally the same as like every zombie movie out there. It'd be the same thing.
Maybe we could finance that film ourselves.
Oh my God, that would be so good. That'd be so good.
Daily Wire's doing their own, so we might as well do ours, right?
Yeah. What if we did our own? What if we set up a GoFundMe, wherever the case may be? I bet I could get Gina to do it. I bet I could get Gina to come do it. I guarantee she'd be on board for it because I know she wants to direct some stuff. She's talked to me about it. But we could set up like a funny ass movie to where it's just like making fun of Fauci. That'd be fucking hilarious. I would love to direct this.
That douchebag.
We should write this thing and direct it. It'd be great. Just a spoof video. Not another COVID movie.
Not another COVID movie. There it is. Boom.
Oh my God.
Just captured lightning in a bottle, my friend.
I'm
right out of the gate.
We could make this happen. We just need the support of the Daily Wire. Fucking Ben Shapiro. Come on, man. Oh my God. You gotta love this. Starbucks CEO says stores are no longer safe and Democrat-run Seattle, Portland, Philadelphia, LA, and DC.
Really?
You don't say. Why would you think that is? Is it because you've got a certain type of people that are out there like looting and pillaging and you're not doing shit about it? And if you do, they're going to accuse you of being racist and fucking misogynistic and all kinds of shit? These are liberals. This is what they do. This is what they do. Anytime you try and stop them from doing something illegal, it's either race or sexuality related. That's all it ever comes down to. Oh, you stopped me because I'm black and gay. No, I stopped you because you took that pack of food that you didn't pay for. Oh, well, because you're misogynistic. No, you literally have to pay for that. You can't. It doesn't work that way. This isn't communism.
I know, man. They just walk into these convenience stores with trash bags and just empty all that shit into them and then walk on out.
All it would take is just one double barrel sawed off and.
Yeah, I don't know how you operate a business in California.
Oh, bro, I can't even imagine.
A small business.
What are you gonna do? Like, and here's the thing. Okay, so let's look at this realistically. Say like we had a Shell Shock store in, we'll say, downtown LA. And we have insurance, and somebody comes in. We don't have any firearms. We can't protect ourselves. Cops aren't going to do shit because there's not enough of them. So somebody comes in, and they just start taking our shit, and they leave. Okay. I can't physically assault them. I'll catch charges.
Right.
Now, what happens? Well, we got to go to the insurance. Insurance like, all right, we'll cover it, but your premiums are going up. And it's going to happen so much that finally the insurance could be like, we're dropping you.
Yeah, you can't get insured.
Then what are you doing?
Then
you got no choice. And this is all because they've changed the game to where if I had a gun and he tries pulling stuff like that, he's dead. And guess what? You drag that body out and you put it on the street and you let it bleed. And you say, look, fuckers, look, this is what happens when you come into this store and you take something you didn't pay for.
That's what
You're going to die. So if you feel like your life is worth that Hershey bar, be my guest. But unless you come in guns blazing, be ready. So, and that's what basically made society the way it is. Once you remove that aspect of defending your property, it's gone. Because guess what? You cannot rely upon the cops.
Yeah.
Cops ain't going to do shit. Good luck.
Yeah, they're not going to do anything. You're on your. That's why I don't understand how people or why you even want to open up a business in California.
Good luck. Good fucking luck.
That's why people are just leaving in droves.
John, that's not true. Look at what Starbucks is saying. Starbucks, one of the most, if not the most successful coffee company in the world. Liberal, and they're shutting down. Just goes to prove it. American cities have abdicated their responsibility in fighting crime. Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz, who is a Democratic donor. You just got to love that. You have to love the hypocrisy of that headline. It's like, look,
that stupid idiot.
Maybe you should stop donating to liberals, and I don't know. Maybe try the other side for a change. See what happens, because we don't have these problems in like mainly right-leaning cities. It doesn't exist to that level. I mean, look at Austin Austin too. Look at Austin and Dallas versus Fort Worth. You go to Fort Worth, it's very clean. It is very nice. It's a beautiful city.
I know.
You go downtown Dallas, it's shit.
It's a shithole.
Homeless people fucking everywhere, drugs everywhere. Yeah. Austin, same fucking thing. Fort Worth, you go to, it's beautiful.
Clean.
Like
I want to move to Fort Worth, to be honest with you.
I'm telling you. I mean, Dallas is just, it's blue.
It's a shithole.
You've got idiots, and it's
dirty.
It's fucking nasty. There's like homeless people everywhere. And it's just like, this is what happens.
Shitty roads.
Oh, God. Don't even get me started on that. Oh, my God. I must say, in my view at the local, state, and federal level, these governments across the country and leaders, mayors and governors, city councils have abdicated their responsibility in fighting crime and addressing mental health. Oh, no. Don't cop out on that bullshit. No, this ain't mental health. I mean, partially, but don't you dare try and use that as your front to try and get behind that. Say, you're not doing enough for me. No, you demonize the cops because we didn't have this problem prior to you demonizing the cops.
Yep.
You don't get to sit there and use, mental health as your scapegoat and your cop out. That's bullshit. This dude was close. He was close. He almost nailed it. Don't get me wrong. Mental health it's an issue. We'll get into that. I'll give you that. But don't you dare sit there and try and turn a blind eye to this whole movement of the Democratic left to defund the police and reducing police force sizes, which again, we saw, and they said in New York, a 202 or some percent increase in crime. Jesus. What did you think was going to happen? And this is why these people that said there's like, fuck all the cops. This is what's going to happen.
And Adams was a law enforcement.
He's an idiot.
Clearly.
Yeah, he's another moron. Because I've seen this guy flip-flop.
Yeah, what are the odds that this guy
flip-flops so much?
Is a crook himself?
Oh, he 100% is.
It's all about
when he's out there using racist rhetoric towards white people. Come on, man, you know where that guy stands. You know what he's all about. This guy doesn't give a fuck about equality and justice. That's what all these types are on the left. Earlier in the week, Starbucks announced store closures in 4 Democrat-run states and District of Columbia. Breitbart News report on the new development. The Starbucks Corporation announced that it is closing 16 stores in the U.S. because of safety concerns for workers, including incidents of violence and drug use on the premise.
They keep misgendering me.
There's nothing like shooting up in a Starbucks, baby. Oh, give me that heroin. Suck. The coffee retailer will close permanently 6 stores in Seattle. Dude, that's Seattle. Yeah, it's like the coffee mecca of the United States.
That's where it started. That's ground zero for Starbucks.
That's right. Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
Bro, that's bad.
Yeah.
Oof. That's bad. That's real bad. You just have to love the irony, though. You gotta love the irony. You donated all these Democrats.
How
what
about
happened?
Vote for somebody else?
You'd think.
Washingtonians.
I keep running into this wall and breaking my nose. I don't know what to do. Maybe try the door.
Seattle is such a beautiful city, too.
I've never been there.
It's so pretty.
Oh.
I mean, such potential.
Well, but apparently it's pretty crime-ridden.
But when you give over, 6 city square blocks to a bunch of thugs and douchebags,
yes,
it's going to trash it a little bit.
We can't call them thugs. That's mean. That's degrading. That's degrading. I'm sorry. Society's finest. We'll call them that, right? Okay.
Sorry. Like, what about the people who had their companies and businesses in that area that they took over? Like, it's all right.
Probably moved.
There's a summer of love happening. You're gonna have to roll with the punches.
Oh my God! I can't even imagine how people in Portland, Oregon live.
I know.
I would be getting out of there so fast. Like if the cops aren't doing their job and City Hall and everybody else has just turned their backs on us, like bro, unless you're gonna like arm the citizens go out there and a militia starts wasting all these fucking Antifa motherfuckers, it ain't gonna stop. Like that'd be one of those things. Like we need to form a militia, arm up, and go out there and just waste them all. Like be in the exact same uniforms where they can't ID and let's handle this. Let's take our city back. When they go out there and they start utilizing violence, there's a difference in. Don't get me wrong. There's a difference in protesting, but when you're out there like literally throwing bricks at people and trying to hurt and stab and kill, and the cops do nothing, that's it.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that there hasn't been a little bit more infiltration to where people dress up as an Antifa member and kind of, go after them. I'm just surprised we haven't seen that.
Yeah. But I mean, where's the FBI on that?
Oh,
we're investing, parents in school board reading. But
they got this whole Trump dossier thing that they've been looking into for the past 15 years.
Yep. CDC directs LGBT children to secretive chats about sex changes, activism, and the occult. No, I don't know. Okay, hold on. I got to read this. I haven't proved these articles. This is from Breitbart again. The CDC is promoting to youth an online chat space that discusses sex, polyamorous relationships, the occult, sex change operations, and activism, and is specifically designed to be quickly hidden while being used. It also mixes LGBT adults and children and is run in part by Planned Parenthood. Oh, go figure. Called Q Chat Space, the platform is advertised on the CDC's LGBT Health Youth Resource pages, archived here. The chat service, which describes itself as a community for LGBT teens, is available for those ages 13 to 19, can be hidden from parents, and focuses on a number of mature themes. How the fuck is this legal? How the fuck is this legal? Can be hidden. The government is literally trying to get to your child and then prevent you as a parent from seeing that. That's when you know you need to get rid of that government.
Oh, yeah.
That's disgusting. That is disgusting. I'm telling you, until people start lying dead in the streets, this shit doesn't stop. You don't vote these people out. It's here. It's not going anywhere. It's only going to grow. Mark my words. This shit ends when you say it does. When people in communities start getting together and pushing back on this bullshit and start saying, if you do not stop, we will force you to stop. This is not welcome here. It ain't gonna end. It will not end. This shit is infecting our society. This is cancer. This is, and I'm telling you folks, I'm not saying this to try and like scare anybody. Let's look at the last 3 years by itself. The emergence of what we've seen has just skyrocketed to insane levels of insanity at such a fast rate. There's no denying this. There is no denying this. The first thing it was like gender, then trans, and then men can get pregnant, chest feeding, birth people. I'm not a biologist.
It's a pretty big jump.
Dude, this all happened within the last 4 or 5 years. And liberal progressives and then centrist progressives and even the right-leaning progressives were just kind of like, well, no, we should be inclusive. And it's like, bro, we have gone way too far.
Yeah, they went from like taking an inch to like yards.
Now they're going after children.
I know.
They're going after children. It's literally there. Child drag. When this happened under Biden, this was not under Trump. Folks, this is what you get when you vote left. This is what you get when you vote Democrat. These disgusting groomers, these insane pedophile lovers. Because I will openly admit, 4 years ago, 3 years ago even maybe, when people were telling me, it's like, hey, John, it's coming. They're trying to normalize love is love to include children. It's like, no, they would never go that far. Because I'll be honest with you, it's like, no, they're not that stupid. The DNC would never do that. They know that would be their undoing. Here we are. I was wrong. I underestimated them, and I'm like, I'll never make that mistake again.
Nope.
Never make that mistake again. These disgusting fucking pieces of trash should be executed. They should. There's a page on Instagram called Gays Against Groomers. You should go check it out.
Yeah.
It's actually really good. It's a bunch of people from the LGBT community coming out and just demonizing a lot of this, the drag queen story hour.
Well, yeah, I talked about that before, that this isn't the view of every person who's homosexual. Yeah. So it's...
Oh, there's a lot of gay people that
they needed to stand up and say, look,
this is a good movement.
Yeah, we're not a part of this group.
I think this is also partially ran by a friend of mine, Gay Who Strayed. I think she's also helping run this. There's a few other people, but... actually, I need to reach out to them, see if I can get them on the show to talk more about this, because I feel like more people need to be sharing their message. It's really good. It's really good. Like, let me see if I can find this one video. I shared it in my stories yesterday on John Savage Burke. You can see it there, and it's actually really good the way they address this. Let me see if I can find this. There we go. Listen to this.
I keep seeing leftists online being like, stop calling us groomers. Okay, well, here's the deal. We'll stop calling you groomers when you stop trying to groom children. All you have to do is not go into the classroom filled with kindergartners, you know, the people who don't even know that a C and an H makes a ch sound, and try to teach them complex gender ideology studies. I know they're not ready for that. You know they're not ready for that. Everyone knows they're not ready for that. But yet there you are. Why? Because you're trying to brainwash children. You're trying to groom them, if you will. What people are saying about you is a direct reaction to your own actions. So if you don't want people calling you a groomer, maybe don't be a groomer. You're welcome.
Dude, super gay, but I love it. I mean, you can tell he's just like, oh my God. It's like, you're gay. But at the same time, goes like, I love him. He's right.
Yeah,
he's 100% right. And I think it's good. Yeah. I think it's good that gay dudes and girls are coming out there, and gals, whatever, are coming out there and saying no. It's like, look, we're a part of this community, but this is bullshit.
Yeah.
This is bull. And that's exactly what needs to happen. Because when their own people come out against them, it'd be the same as like whites going after whites, blacks going after blacks, saying this isn't right. Well, you're making our community look bad. This shit needs to end. They are taking the right approach with this.
That's the game that they play, is that if you disagree with us going into the classroom, then you must not like gay people.
Exactly.
And that's not the case. Like
exactly.
We've said it before. I don't care if you're gay. Live your life how you want to live it. It's none of our business what you do. But you do need people who are in the gay community to come out and disavow this stuff and say, nope, this isn't right.
They're doing it the right way. I like them. The page is called Gays Against Groomers. Let me make sure to verify that. Let me make sure. Yeah, it is Gays Against Groomers Community Organization, a coalition of gays against the sexualization and indoctrination of children. Allies welcome. Only backup, Gays Against Groomers 2.0. And that's bad. They got 72.2 thousand followers. They've grown very quickly. And yeah, I see Gay Who Strayed's on there. I need to reach out to her and a few others that I know and get them on the show and talk about this, because I feel like this definitely needs a lot of attention, because something like this, like these people are doing God's work right here. It's like this is the way you fight and combat this. Probably shouldn't have said it that way.
Well,
but
yeah,
well, I mean, yeah, I think
doing good work.
they're doing good work, but still, I think the fact that they're trying to keep children being sexualized, like I'll give you that. I'll give you that. All right. The detectives say illegal alien admitted to twice raping. Okay, so for those that don't know, there was a story that broke about 2 or 3 days ago, I think, about the 10-year-old for abortion being raped and stuff like that. And the story is breaking now where detectives say illegal alien admitted to twice raping 10-year-old as girl's mother defends him. Detectives say illegal alien charged with rape admitted to raping a 10-year-old girl who traveled from Ohio to Indiana to have an abortion 2 times. The girl's mother, in an interview with Telemundo, is seemingly defending him. As Breitbart News reported, 27-year-old illegal alien Gerson Fuentes has been arrested and charged with raping a 10-year-old girl who then became pregnant. The girl's case was later cited by President Joe Biden and the establishment media after she traveled to Indiana from Ohio to have an abortion on June 30th at 6 weeks and 3 days pregnant. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I will say in the case of something like that, I would say that an abortion would be on the table for the person, especially if they're 10 years old.
Yes, but I have to ask the question though. Like, okay, so I'm not sure how it would work for a child. And please, this is disgusting to even talk about. I know, but it does need to be discussed. I'm wondering, and I'm actually asked. I don't know the answer to this, so this is not me trying to speculate. I'm just saying, why wouldn't you give her Plan B immediately?
Yeah.
And the only answer I could think to that is would it have detrimental effects on a 10-year-old because they can't handle it?
I don't know.
That's a question I would ask, because if I was a parent and my child was raped, and my daughter was raped, the first thing I would do is okay, go get a Plan B right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
and what's even worse and makes sense to why they didn't bring up how she was raped is because he's an illegal alien who came through an open border, which Joe Biden has left wide open. So this type of shit happens.
But the thing is, kind of like the mom let this happen twice. Why is the mom not being charged? Detectives say illegal alien admitted twice to raping girls. So everybody in the comments is saying this is fake, but this is the story right here. This broke, I don't know, 14 July. And this is the guy's name. As Breitbart News reported, 27-year-old. So, I mean, if this is fake, I need to see something that says this is fake.
Mm-hmm. Because I know the Ohio Attorney General came out and said that they hadn't seen anything on it, and then finally this came up. I think yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then it came out that he was an illegal alien.
They were saying that that Biden had used this example and it was fabricated. It wasn't real.
Right.
Then come to find out, and it was real, and now it's it's actually coming out.
I don't know.
I
think the consensus it was uncorroborated, and so so we didn't know if it was true or not. They weren't citing the source. They just kept saying the 10-year-old girl was raped. She had to go up to Indiana.
They were using that example as one to try and justify abortion for, and in that case, I agree. Yes, I understand that.
Yeah, I do too.
That's why I think most Republicans would be in favor of that, saying, yeah, we agree with that too. Because I remember, I forget who it was that was, it was some congressional hearing where they talked about so you're against abortion. And it's so you're against all abortion. And the guy's so what about a child that's raped? And it's if we said yes to that, would you be okay with the rest of it? And he didn't answer.
Right.
And it's that's exactly where we're at. It's no, we're okay with that. I agree with that. That's fucked up.
Right.
I'm in favor of that. Mm-hmm. And I understand there's some people out there that's kind of fuck all. But no, I'm sorry. I disagree. If a child is raped, no, that's not fair. That's not right. Incest, stuff like that. I get that. But again, let's be fair about this. This is such a minor fraction of most abortion cases. Yeah. This is a minor fraction. Stop trying to use this to frame the entire argument around. It's not. It's not. So if we'll concede that, which I think is fair, then you need to concede the rest.
Yeah.
Because that's all the left does. Mm-hmm. It's simply saying so you're against, what about right to life of the mother? It's I'm okay with that too, but it's not that I'm okay with that. I'm saying let them decide. Let the mother and father decide to where if she's about to give birth and say, if you do this, it's going to kill you. I think the mother gets to decide. It's fair enough. You've got to choose right of the baby or you. It's that. It's that's like Sophie's choice. That's hard. But I think she should have that right because again, that's your life.
Yeah.
So again, I feel like there's just so much bullshit that's involved in this abortion debate that it's either you are fully one side or fully the other. It's like, no, there's some consensus. There's some middle ground there. And I agree with that. What I don't agree with is abortion being used as a form of birth control. It's like, no, if I got to wrap my shit, then so does everybody else. Or you go get snipped.
Yeah.
There you go. Now, I will tell you is like people talking about like birth control is like, there's not going to be a fair outcome on this. There's not. And that's what I think most people are arguing for. It's like, we want fairness. It's like, it doesn't work that way. One side is going to have to give and take. Someone's going to have to wrap it. Someone's going to have to go on birth control. Somebody else to get snipped. Something's going to have to be done. You can't just fuck somebody and say, I don't want to get pregnant. That's just not the way it works. So I don't know. That's the way I see it. But as Breitbart News reported, 27, this is a real story. People calling this fake, like it's real. I'm looking at it right here. So, and plus they gave the guy's name. If they were wrong on this guy could sue them. So I don't think it's fake.
He's an illegal alien.
Yeah, the girl's case was, and there's a picture of the dude right here. So, I mean, I don't know. If it's fake, I will tell you. If it's fake, I will come back and say, hey, guys, this is fake. You have my word on that. I don't think it's fake, but we'll see. The girl's case was later cited by President Joe Biden and the establishment media after she traveled to Indiana from Ohio to have an abortion on June 30th. That's 6 weeks and 3 days pregnant. How did she get for that long? Like, did the mother not think that, like, okay, number one, twice, this mother should be executed. I'm in an executing mood today. Like, I am. I feel like, how did this mom, dude, I don't get this. The child was raped and the daughter got an abortion and then the child was raped again? Where's the parents? Maybe it'll discuss more. In court proceedings, Franklin County, Ohio, detectives said Fuentes admitted to twice raping the girl who had recently turned 10, indicating that the girl was likely raped when she was just 9 years old. An Immigration and Customs Enforcement spokesman told Breitbart News that Fuentes has no previous immigration history, suggesting that he had never been encountered by the agency in the past. It remains unclear when and how Fuentes arrived in the U.S. Oh, you know. Telemundo, the Spanish-language news network owned by NBC Universal, interviewed the girl's mother after arriving at the residence in Columbus, Ohio. The mother, who spoke in Spanish, seemingly defended Fuentes. The exchange, translated to English, went as follows. Telemundo reporter says, "Did the girl live here as well?" Mother says, "Yes, but she's fine. Everything that they're saying against him is a lie." Okay. The reporter, okay, are you related to her or her mother? She says, "She's my daughter." Reporter, the woman who refused to provide her name and concealed her face states that she had not filed charges against 27-year-old Gerson Fuentes, who was charged with rape. Per the authorities, he confessed to having vaginal contact on at least 2 occasions with the girl who recently turned 10. Therefore, it is estimated that she may have been 9 years old when she was raped and became pregnant. And we got a clip here. You can actually see her. Yeah. The rape swept international headlines after Biden repeated the story twice during speeches at the White House. Biden cited the case as evidence that girls and women would have to travel out of red states to seek abortions following the Supreme Court's overturn of Roe v. Wade in June. 10 years old, raped, 6 weeks pregnant, already traumatized, was forced to travel to another state. Biden said, "Imagine being that little girl. I'm serious. Just imagine being that little girl." Hey, fair enough. I'll agree with him on that. Yeah, this should be a consensus. We should concede this in all states, saying, look, if you're a victim of rape, I get it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You shouldn't have to travel. I will grant you that. It's like, but don't you dare use this as all abortion argument. No.
Yeah.
You don't get to use that.
Nope.
You don't get to use that. But this case, 100% I agree with. Mm-hmm. You should not have to travel. That is bullshit. That's bullshit. Rare will I ever agree with Biden on anything, but that one I will. And this mom should be arrested and that child taken into custody. That's bullshit. Despite Biden's claims, Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost noted that although Ohio has hugely limited abortion across the state, its law allows for medical emergencies, which includes cases like 10-year-old girl who was raped. Fuentes remains in Franklin County Jail on a $2 million bail. ICE agents have placed a detainer on him so that if he is released from local custody at any time, he will be turned over to their custody for arrest and deportation. What is happening to the mother? What's happening to the mother? Not once, but twice. Okay, you failed as a parent. You're horrible. The only thing I can think of is that this mother is involved with the rapist. That's the only thing I can think of. What other reason? Mm-hmm. What other reason? That's disgusting. Start chemical crack. Look, here's the deal. Chemical castration. In cases like this where it's proven, irrefutable, chemical castration and life in prison.
Yeah, I would just say death.
Death, yeah, too. Fair enough.
This guy's, he's not getting better.
Yeah.
Do him a favor.
Yeah. I don't know. Dude, yeah. Skip chemical, go for physical. I could see that. Oh, okay. So here we go. Joe Biden greets Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman with awkward fist bump. Watch this video. Like, what? I don't like. Look at him get out of the. And he's so fragile. He's so fragile. Look at this. Here he's hunched over a little bit. He just walk and he's fist bumping. What? Like, okay, hold on. Wait. Well, why a fist bump? Is a handshake so much work? You're still making skin to skin contact.
Yeah.
If it's COVID you're worried about, just bumping fists is the same as shaking hands. It's skin to skin contact. It's like, oh no, it's only if palms touch. It's only a palms touch. That's the only way. What? Okay.
This guy can barely get his feet off of the ground. He shuffles.
Watch how he walks into this building. Yes. Watch how he walks into the building here. Look at him. He's just, this guy needs to be on he needs to be on one of those rolling little freaking moped things. This guy is such an idiot. He's such an idiot. And this is our president. Oh my God.
Asterix president.
I'm just at a loss with this. That's where we're at.
Hey, guys.
President Joe Biden greeted Mohammed bin Salman with an awkward fist bump after he arrived at the Royal Palace in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia on Friday. The president exited we just watched. Like, I'm at a loss. Like, you fist bump another world leader? Okay. All right, dude. Like, Biden fist bumps Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman amid criticisms of meeting. Continuing his first visit to the Middle East as president, Joe Biden shared a fist bump Friday with Saudi Arabia's de facto leader, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, ahead of their highly anticipated meeting, despite criticisms around the Saudi Arabia to stop. Biden is meeting separately with the prince's father, King Salam, the White House said. The president stepped off Air Force One and onto a lavender carpet in Jeddah only after 11 a.m. ET, descending the steps and greeted immediately by two individuals. He fist bumped the blah, blah, blah. Essentially, he's going over there to beg them to make more or produce more oil. And I don't know. People are saying, I'm reading the comments. I haven't looked it up yet, but they're saying they said no. We'll see. Joe Biden is begging for oil when we could literally just do it here.
It's because they're at max capacity of how much oil they can produce. They can't produce.
Yeah.
When you're at max capacity,
what are you supposed to do? The only way to do is expand, drill an area, like, dude, and that's good. That cost. Here's the thing that makes no sense.
Here's a crazy idea. Oh, maybe here in the United States.
You'd think.
But this guy's such a crooked piece of shit.
It's just, oh my God.
It's so upsetting.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. This guy is going over to other countries to beg. Okay, so I'm trying to put my mind around the only thing, and I'm not saying this is why they're doing it, but the only reasoning I could see us going to other countries to get their oil instead of our own is to save our own for later. But at what cost?
Yeah, later for what?
Exactly. If there's no America left because our inflation has destroyed our economy, then at what cost?
I just can't. I don't even think there's another avenue that.
Outside of that, the only other factor could be corruption.
Yeah, here's my personal thoughts. They're corrupt politicians, and they're all getting paid from the Saudis to get their oil.
I don't doubt it. They're getting some kickback. I
think that's how it's always been. I think that's why gas prices were high under Obama, and then they lowered under Trump. Yeah. And then as soon as Biden got back in, they shot way back up. It's not a coincidence. These people are all crooked.
That's stupid.
They all got some sort of backdoor deal that they do. That's how all these politicians are millionaires.
Yep. That's where we're at.
The Pelosi's, the Schumers.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. Once you get into that arena and you get into certain rings with certain people, you're going to start making some good money.
That's it.
Start making some really good money.
How does that work? All of a sudden,
you know how it works. You know.
I know how it works. That's why they're just like, I'm not giving them any sort of out as far as what could have happened, or maybe this is what they were thinking. Mm-hmm. That's not what they were thinking. They're crooks.
Yeah.
This guy's been in government 80 years, and he's a piece of shit.
You would think this is just me, just spitballing. You would think once you've made enough money to sustain you for the rest of your life, stop. But they don't. They keep going.
It's power.
It is power.
They want to get rich. They want the power. Look at Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
Arguing with a hooker about their crack. How much
untouchable. Like untouchable.
Smoking crack.
Yeah.
Prostitutes all over the place.
Yeah.
Getting tens of thousands of dollars wired to him to pay hookers.
Dude,
And that's our money.
And again,
That's taxpayer money.
Taxpayer money.
How does Joe Biden get paid?
Taxpayer money.
Taxpayer money.
Yeah. And he probably guarantee he gives money to Hunter Biden. Guarantee.
Yep.
He puts them in,
Yep, they are laughing at us.
They are. Saudi Arabia's over here. It's like, wow, the once great nation of America is down here begging.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you just did this to yourself and now you're coming here. It's like, that's pathetic.
Pathetic.
That's pathetic. Again, this never would have happened. This never would have happened under Trump.
Ever.
Never would have happened under Trump. Again, good job, Democrats.
They had peace over in the Middle East. They were making peace deals. Energy independence.
We were flexing on the Middle East and it was working.
Yep.
Now, here we are. Taliban's rearmed. They got a lot of, that's it. Oh my God.
Immediately, Biden rearms them.
Yep. They actually have a legitimate military now.
Gives them a military for nothing.
Gives them armaments, everything.
You're welcome. Probably did it for an
You gotta laugh or you're gonna cry. You gotta laugh or you're gonna cry. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's episode. Hey, it's Friday today. That's awesome. I think I'm going to go check out the new Top Gun this weekend. I want to go check that one out. I did the review on the Elvis movie on yesterday's podcast. You can go listen to it over there. Hey, do us a favor. Leave us a review on iTunes, Google, SoundCloud. Hey, go follow us on SoundCloud. The links are in my bio on Instagram and stuff like that. Go give us a follow for the podcast. Leave a review. We want to say thank you for sharing it, telling your friends about it, hitting that share button on the Facebook or the YouTube videos, or sharing the Twitch stream. Thank you so much. Or even sharing the episodes on Instagram, clipping. Dude, that's what helps us get the word out there. Again, we cannot thank you because without you, we would not be here. Also, again, shellshockcbd.com for the new energy packets. They drop today. Try them out. You don't need Red Bull. You don't need these energy drinks. Start using this stuff. I love the taste of the freaking Celsiuses, but I'm going to start taking this. We need to come out with some more
this
flavors.
is great. There's like 1 gram of sugar in it.
Yeah, we got to get some more flavors on this. Because I think if this does well, we will diversify the flavor. We will.
It is
This
good.
is a tester. It's like I say, if we can do good with this and people like this, we will keep it in stock. And then if it does exceedingly well, we'll add more flavor variants for people to try. So a healthy alternative to energy. That's what I talked about with Shell Shock. We just dropped the vitamins, the gummies. We want to take a healthy approach, not forcing, or not taking these just ridiculous products that are not really doing shit for us. These are organic. These are just great made products right here in America. You're supporting a veteran company. You're supporting Americans that work here. We want to say thank you. Everything is made right here in America except the crystal skull tincture that we use. That comes from China. Outside of that, everything else is made right here.
Yeah.
So, you got anything to add, my man?
You guys have a great day.
As always, folks, I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for listening. And we will see you bright and early Monday morning for the return of the All American Savage Show. And until then, you stay savage, America.